What is up, YouTube land? That Weird Collector here with my final, potentially, Dinobot review for Age of Extinction. With today, Deluxe Class Snarl, who is an homage to the G1 Dinobot Snarl. Here we have the packaging, a nice picture of Snarl's robot mode, a picture of him getting ready to murder something for justice. No justice. Transformers 4 Age of Extinction logo, Snarl, Transformers, Deluxe Class, pictures and stuff, and robot mode, Stegosaurus mode. Even the Voyager didn't know it was an Apatosaurus, but this thing knows it's a Stegosaurus. Pictures of Bumblebee, who I've reviewed previously. You can go check that out. And Hotshot, who I will probably not get, who's just a friggin' cross-cut repaint. And I don't need a cross-cut repaint, I just need a third gun for cross-cut. Second, I mean. And you got your bio. Snarl lives up to his name. If you see him smile, it usually means he's about to turn you into a pile of scrap metal. The thrill of battle is the only thing that makes him happy. So, yeah, that's a pretty scary death Stegosaurus, and is actually G1 accurate, because essentially they're the same kind of character. So here is Age of Extinction Snarl. And honestly, this guy feels the closest to a classics figure of G1 Snarl out of any of the Dinobots I've seen so far. Here's his extra piece. This transforms basically the same. Proportions are the same. The way things look is only different because it's a movie, and that means you get a lot more spikes. But overall, this definitely feels like a classics figure of the G1 Dinobot known as Snarl. So first off, we're going to take a look at the head. Nice paint work on the head. You got your bright red eyes with black eyebrows, a silver snout, and an opening mouth. Pretty far. His neck is hinged, one place there, and his head is hinged, so you can do things. His body come apart. I question the color scheme, though. I understand. I guess we had to have the Power Ranger team of Age of Extinction dinosaurs. I'm not sure why people keep messaging my phone. But first we got a red one, and a purple one, and a blue one, and then another blue one who's fallen over. And a gray one, a green one, and a gold one. So, I know Kyuuger was a big thing, but this is crazy. Who's messaging me? Sorry, YouTube, give me a second. Ah, nice. Now, we're on with the toy. Detail-wise, there's not a lot, honestly. There's nice molding on the Stegosaurus plates, all the way down to his tail, which is the same shade of green as the body, but not as the rest of the tail. There's some oddly placed translucent green and some dabs of metallic purple, more for robot mode. Posability, his shoulder is on a ball joint, his knee can ratchet 2 places. One unfortunate gripe is visible hand syndrome. They are on a joint, on a mushroom peg, so you can twist them however you want. I prefer to have them like this because this is their place in robot mode, and I'm lazy. And that's about it for your posability. It's essentially a brick of a dino mode, but I guess technically you can use the hip joint if you want, but I don't know why you want to, because that's a thing. A Stegosaurus turning into a pill bug, I guess, is a thing. But from there, we'll get down to transformation. And you want to start actually by doing that. You want to fold out the legs completely, separate them. As you can see, there's a completely black, negative Stegosaurus head, just to keep the robot mode looking even, which is really cool. The head hinges, which is unusable in slightly unusable in Dino mode, but you can get a little head wiggle, head wiggle, and actually visible feet as well. But that's besides the point. Open it up, slide that puppy back in there. I tend to leave the Stegosaurus legs right there and there. Now fold out his Iron Sheik boots, which Slog also had Iron Sheik boots, I just didn't mention them. And there your legs are done. Now you're going to want to come to the tail, separate it, remove this piece, this will become a weapon, and fold out his shoulders, so they're right there. Fold the plates back, and you can separate them now or later, but you can hinge the tail and peg it into his shoulder. Hinge the tail, peg into his shoulder. There's a nice tampographed Autobot symbol there, and I do particularly like the contrast of the black and the green. There were two Autobot symbols on Slog's robot mode arms on the steel plating, which I didn't mention, but oh well. Rotate his arms out. Was I trying to go for an accent there? Rotate. Rotate. I'll stop now. And you want to peg in the hips right into that little hole there. Peg so they stay firm. And then you're going to want to flip up the head and flail out the back fins. And here you have Age of Extinction Deluxe Class Snarl in his robot mode. And yes, I know I'm copying the 1V Decepticon. Shout out to the 1V Decepticon. And what you got here is a pretty upper bodily strong little powerhouse of a dino. Robo. First, let's look at the details. There's more purple exposed and with some silver bits, really making the chest pop. I really like that. There's some on the pecs as well. Nothing else. The deco's the same. The black is now moved to his back of his arms, and there's just a hollow bit in his arm now. His head, though, is new. Let's take a look at it, shall we? He's got a metallic purple visor, and look at that, he's actually snarling. That's perfect. That's perfect for him. He's actually living up to his name. As you can see, the back fins have formed now just a bit of kibble. And also there's a peg right here. If you have any Tamashi stand, You can peg him in robot mode or dino mode. Here it's unfortunately in his ass. Nothing you can do about that. I'm spitting on the camera. These chest details, I'm not sure what they are. Posability wise, his head is on a ball joint and has a mullet. Billy Ray Cyrus, eat your heart out. Well, I eat your girl out. Oh, God. And due to transformation, you have the neck on a panel. Shoulders, nicely cuboids. They got that motion, and they got all the way up motion, which gets in the way with the kibble, so you can get all the way there though. 360 swivel with a bicep and an elbow joint. Nice range of motion, almost, well, definitely way more than 90, but I was thinking probably close to 180, not sure. And a wrist swivel. Now the wrists are particularly odd for this guy. It's not straight down. The hand is at this, if I do this, that kind of angle. Which is really unfortunate, because if he had just a straight forearm, his swordsman poses would look a lot better. Hips, nicely ball jointed. Still don't like ball joints. You can unpeg that for a bit of sitting action. I guess, not really. Thigh swivel, mushroom peg, a knee joint, which is beyond 90 degrees, full on double jointed knee. Well, you get full double joint movement from a single joint knee. Of course, the head retains its posability, and the foot is on a hinge with a hinge up here, so you can get pretty good range of motion on it. And that's about it for little Stego's Robo mode. It is a satisfying transformation, I have to admit. I quite enjoy it, and this robot mode looks pretty dang close to a G1 Snarl, with the bulky chest and the Stegosaurus in the legs. Now he comes with an accessory. His tail can be held in his hand just as like the tail weapon. Attach it and slide it down. So you can have that going. His club of murder, death, justice. Or, and this is my particular favorite, I attach it up here and slide it down. And you slide in this piece, which looks like a Stegosaurus plate, or a pair of them. You actually slide it upwards, and it likes to slide in on that little incision there, and you have an axe. It's pretty badass, right? It feels like he ripped off a part of himself and just decided to use it as a weapon. Which, I guess is pretty awesome. Or you can have him somewhat wield just the blade in his other hand. But I don't particularly like that. I like murder, death, justice, axe. It's the new perfume by Axe. Murder, death, justice. So that about wraps up little old Steggy here. I've already given my thoughts, and if you're a Dinobot collector, then you should be getting this guy. Thank you for watching. Like, favorite, subscribe. Links in the description below, and I'll see you next time. Take care and have a great one. Bye. I know I already ended the video, but I couldn't truly end it without a comparison shot of all 6 of my Dinobots. So here you go. I'm sorry it's so far away from the camera, but I need to be this far away to get them all in shot, or at least as many as I can. In my opinion, I like the look of them, because they look really good as a team, and they all have colors to match the Kyoryugers. Kyoryu Red, Kyoryu Violet, Kyoryu Blue, Kyoryu Green, Kyoryu Cyan, and Kyoryu Gray. I'm not sure about how the team balances out, though. You got 2 bipeds, 3 quadrupeds, and a flying biped. I guess it can count as a biped. If I had Grimlock, there would be 3 bipeds, but there's only 1 flying guy. You got Scorn. You got Slug. You got Strafe. You got Snarl. You got Slash. And you got Slog. What's that, Scorn? You're wondering why I haven't reviewed you yet? Because I move you all in better frame, much as I can. I was kind of waiting for the inevitable Megatron repaint. What's that? You're mad you're the only Dinobot that hasn't got a review? Well, okay, if you insist. Tune in tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, when I finally review the Ass Head. Or is that Ass Hand? But this wouldn't be finished unless I compare them in robot mode. So I'm going to go from the Dinobots looking like this to the Dinobots looking like this. And since they're all in their robot modes, you can see how all the aesthetics are slightly different, yet similar enough to work well in a team. Again, you got Scorn. And raising up the camera so you can see at least Strafe in the background there. There you go, Strafe. And there are your movie Dinobots. Now, I've heard a lot of people complain about the whole, oh, he has gorilla arms, freaking bodybuilder arms. Now, in my opinion, that aesthetic works for a Dinobot. Again, this is just my opinion. But the Dinobots are supposed to be the most powerful Autobots in Optimus's crew. They're so powerful they have to be deactivated. So, my thinking is gorilla arms work well for a hulking berserker who's just going to run and destroy everything. Feel free to disagree. This is just my opinion. Again, thank you for watching. You should check these guys out if you haven't already. And I'll talk to you next time. Bye.